Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fire Ferry channel. The reason we're on the blue screen here is I have a big reveal, as it'll probably say in the title. My big reveal is that I've been on a building frenzy and I've sold all my trains. I will explain why. I have built most of the network coming out of Victoria, but not as far as Victoria, and I've sold all my trains in London, in everywhere. The reason being is that I've been testing and retesting the multi-train scheduler. What's the multi-train scheduler? That's this one here. It allows you to edit when trains leave the station, and then I've been able to gain greater control over when trains leave and the separation between the trains. But as the game stands at the moment you get to a junction where there's a train leaving or whatever, because there are no points and there are no way to tell the train to slow down to not block the points, and the waypoint system only works if there's multiple tracks for you to put trains onto another track. I've been testing it up here. So out of Victoria, as you can see, I've built a lot of Victoria. I've been testing it here. So there you can add waypoints to suggest that the train should not go into the platform that's full, but that it could go into another one if you placed a waypoint in such a position between the 2 points. Unfortunately, it is hit and miss. I think it's more luck than judgment. I am still testing it, but I think it's because this game is early access. It is brilliant. I'm not poo-pooing the game at all, but it does have some issues. Other issues are trains get bunched up together. Doesn't matter if you've got 40 trains on the Victoria line or if you've got 2 trains on the Victoria line. Even using the scheduler, somehow trains will still, by the end of the day, if I've got 2 trains, by the end of the day those 2 trains will be, one would have caught up to the other, like it's some sort of Olympic time trial type thing, that one will manage, like almost like they're on an elastic band, and that one can never get too far away from the other. The only way to combat this is to break up the sections. So for example, Eastbourne to a Hastings is perfectly doable. Any further than that, and unless it's on a separate line running concurrently to the line that's on there as a fast train with stopping only at few stops, it just doesn't cope. It just can't cope with it. So I'm going to have to take a loan out, my first loan. The Fire Ferry Company limits credit is good. It is good credit. We'll be fine. The junctions such as this. So this is Portsmouth Harbour. This is over to Fareham. This is as far as, I think it's called Fareham. I think that should be named Fareham. I'm just going to double check on my Ickle map that I have open in another window, and lo and behold, that should be called, I think if the stop before it's Porchester, then it should be, yeah, it should be called Fareham. So I'm just going to change this. So I am still going to build that. Even the tube lines need to be divvied up. Let me explain. So I could do Stockwell to Morden and back again, and that's fine. That will work. But Brixton to, I'd say, as far as Euston would be probably the limit. I'm going to start placing trains down as soon as I need to. I'm going to build all of the track. It's 16 kilometres of viaduct, 2 viaduct stations, in there no mean feet, 783,000 kilometres. Is that right? Am I reading that right? 782,000 kilometres. Could be. Anyway, it's bloody expensive. 783 million pounds, 161 stations, 13 kilometres. No, that's 783 kilometres, isn't it? Yes, 783 kilometres, 13 kilometres of tunnel. It's just big. 644 overpasses. Just the overpasses alone have cost 322 million. 322 million. Just in overpasses. And I followed the line meticulously. I've used schematics for the lines. I've used Google Maps, and I've used the official Train Drivers Network maps. These are as close as I can get without engineering that is not available in the game. For example, this should be a points section here where this line crosses over this line. Instead of it being a points section that actually joins together, and because it's 2 separate lines, I've built a viaduct over. I've done the same thing up in Victoria. So at Victoria itself, I get to this point here, and instead of it being multi-lined, crossing over, etc., I've had to build a bit of a messed up system, really. But this, believe it or not, this line here, this is worth seeing. This line here, I put those in to mark where I should be going in the future with another viaduct. This line here actually exists here. It goes over the Waterloo lines, swings round. About 4 lines come through here, and they all swing round underneath of another viaduct into these platforms on the right hand side. This one here, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I can't get a line through, so I might have to remove that one in the end. There should be another platform this side, and I've overlapped them and everything, and I just can't fit them in. I might have to put one on a viaduct here just to get it to fit. I'm not quite sure. I could slip these down. The problem I've got is that these are all curved platforms. Even the ones in the middle have a slight curve on them, and they just sort of spoon together. Apart from the middle ones where there's a train yard here where all the trains park, hundreds of them, with the 2 slip rails that go between all of the platforms. I can't recreate that. I don't know how to recreate that. It's impossible. Pardon me. Tired. I just recorded a Crusader Kings 3 episode. It's quite late here. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you guys on time lapse now, but I am going to begin to add trains to the system. Every time I finish doing that and they're off and running, I will show you. I am going to build this now to show you it's not a fluke. So we'll build blueprints. Build. I'm now down to 439 million. I will take a loan if I need to. I'm going to start with the smallest lines first to get the money trickling in. Bognor Regis to Littlehampton. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Hello, welcome back. So, in between doing some planning and stuff, I've done 4 lines to start with. Should really copy those. They're all southern lines, so I've named them that just so I know what they are. And I'm going to start them up now, and then we're going to see what the score is money wise. So one of them came out straight away and then decided to bugger off. It's really labouring now. The the I have a monster of a computer, an absolute monster, and it ticks along nicely, very fast still. But when there's lots on there, it does start to die a bit. Right, so it's showing all the stuff I've built. So we need to go to the next day, really. Actually, we need to go to Monday, so we'll just flick through. The longer lines, like high speed lines, I'm going to have to run a separate track so that it stops at different stations. Extra stations will have to be put in at key places, otherwise it just won't. I just won't be able to get through. So let's have a look at Monday. So the compensation for going to the depots is always less than running lots of trains at night. So although the initial cost of putting down a depot is very expensive, I would always recommend using the multi I don't know why this happens. So I get these trains here. So these trains are all East Grinstead trains, but they're until they. Have I not done a? It's telling me that they're not. They've not got a depot, and I thought I'd picked a depot. So what have I done here? Have I not picked a depot? So I thought I'd copied that. So here's the depot. So do I have to store in depot each one? Oh my god. That's it, isn't it? Right, time lapse. I'll see you in a minute. And we're back in the room. Right, a tip for you. If you ever go into your trains and you see under edit all your lines, and there are trains that haven't got assigned to a line, that's because they've got no home at a given time. That could be that they're not assigned to a particular track, or they're not assigned to a depot when they're not on that track. I just discovered that. And it has to be for the whole week schedule. So anyway, it's now 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's have a look at the accounts. I'm just going to speed it up again. Just going to get rid of that. And we'll go back to accounting, and we are going to have it. No, not that fast. So what are we looking at here? Well, it's not going to be a massive money earner. What these lines are going to do is create feeder to these places. So what I'm looking for is delays in the service. So this one's losing money. Why is it losing money? just not enough people. Just not enough people on the line. Just can't support it. The maintenance is too high. The particular trains I've chosen are too good. So this is losing money, this line. So we're going to go to the trains on the Hurst Green to East Grinstead. Hurst Green to East Grinstead. And we are going to get rid of one of the trains. That bottom one, I think. This one here. We're just going to sell it. Gone. Go back to the line. That stops, check this, estimate travel time, increase the travel time. So then we go back to the line, accounting. I hate this thing. I wished it clicked off whenever you moved across, but we'll have a look now. It just doesn't have the capacity for that many trains. And once you get it right at this level, you should get it right. Still losing money, hand over fist. It's a money losing service. See that? No amount of passenger is going to get that up. We're going to see if we can get it to 10 grand loss, and then I'll know that it is overall loss making. Actually, let's get to lunchtime. Yeah, look at this. Just over the day, it just does not generate enough dosh. So we've got 4 trains there now. This could probably be a 2 train line and still cope with the work it's being asked to do. So back to trains. Hurst Green, this one, sell, this one, sell. Back to lines, stops, timing calculator. 16 minutes now. There we go. So I think that this will never be a particularly good line, but we can minimise our losses just from the maintenance of the line. So still, no, it's still going up. It just doesn't have enough money on the line, this one. Now I'm going to try putting up the money now. Let's just take it down. So everyone's very happy. Let's have a look, see why they're happy. I expect a bill of £9. £9 2p. So let's have a look at the money, honey. Oh, that's not the money. Here's, oh my god, no wonder why it's losing money. I haven't done a bloody price. God, this is where I find out it's actually a oh, you silly boy. Right. God, I bet it bumps home now. Right, let's have a look. See how quickly I make it back. Let's see what's happening. Right, I should have noticed there was no fares. I'm an idiot. I bet you're all screaming at the bloody TV. Look, it's making it back easily. Are they still happy? That's good. So I have saved myself some money. Yeah, that's actually much better. I only needed 2 anyway. Right. This is actually a profitable line. Let's have a look at this one. Just going to pause it a sec. So this has made 8,000. This one's good. This one's always been good. I don't know why I deleted this one before. It's always been a good line. It's always done what it's supposed to do. It's got enough trains as well. The Tatton Caller line. Wow. That surprises me. and they're all fairly happy. I'm quite impressed by that. I didn't expect that from the Tatton Corner line. So Caterham's another line that needs to be done. It's a very small tributary line. Now on the tube map, or on the train map rather, these are two separate stations, but there is actually a line drawn between them. There's when I've been to this station, house prices between the two lines are are lower than house prices on the other side of the lines. In fact, a lot of industrial units are built between the two lines, like shops and things. What does it say here? There's a primary school there, which is unfortunate, but there's a post office and stuff. I mean, like, there's shops and things there. But anyhow, the parking for here, there's parking here dedicated for this place. So they are really close together. It takes like a minute to walk to there and another minute to walk there. It's slightly more expensive to come from London and go to Upper Wallingham than it is to go to Whiteleaf, even though you have to travel from Purley Oaks into Purley and then out again down here. Don't know why, no idea. But yeah, this is Caterham. It's quite a big place. So I don't know if you noticed that, but that's Kenley Aerodrome. Used to be, I think it was part of Fighter Command once during the Second World War. But anyhow, yeah, this one here needs to be done. I'm going to do some testing. Thanks for watching. When you come back, you'll probably see more trains on the map, and I'll definitely be building the Victoria line. I probably will have to get my first loan as well. So sorry for the chaotic kind of episode, but it will improve in the future. I'll see you later. Bye.